So today we're going to be learning about direct proportion. So that's our title for now. So first thing we're going to do is start off with a quick starter. So the starter is how many times bigger than, so 4 to 8. We're going to go through this example. So how many times bigger is 8 from 4? So if we have a look, 4 to 8, we have to multiply by 2. Therefore, 8 is 2 times bigger than 4. So what I'd like to do is pause this video and have a go at these questions. Have a look for questions 7, 8, 9, and 10. They are a little bit trickier, but I think you can do them. Okay, so hopefully you've had a chance of getting those answers. So for question 1, it was 3 times bigger. Question 2, 2 times bigger. Question 3, 4 times bigger. Question 4, 5 times bigger. Question 5, 3 times bigger. Question 6, 8 times bigger. Question 7, 2.5 times bigger. Question 8, 1.5 times bigger. Question 9, 5 times bigger because you're converting the units. Question 10, 10 times bigger. And then for question, the problem solving question, so question 11, if you want to call it question 11, we've got Claire has a plant in her bedroom. At the beginning of the year, the plant is 25 centimeters. I'm going to write this information here, 25 centimeters tall. At the end of the year, it grows and it measures 1.25 meters. How many times taller is the plant at the end of the year compared to that at the start of the year? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to convert this into centimeters. Now there's 100 centimeters in 1 meter, so I have to multiply 1.25 by 100, giving me 125. Okay, and then I do 125 divided by 25, and I get an answer of 5. So my plant grew 5 times bigger by the end of the year compared to the start of the year. Okay, so let's go move on. So a real life example of direct proportion. Here I have a picture of an apple, or some apples, sorry, and the cost of apples is £1.60 per kilogram. So the cost of these apples costs £1.60 per kilogram. The more apples you buy, the more it costs. The cost of apples is in direct proportion to the weight. So looking at this graph, you can see that it's steady. There's a steady line going upwards. So the more you buy, the more expensive it is. However, the price itself is a steady price. It doesn't change. It doesn't fluctuate. It stays at £1.60 per kilogram. So if you buy 2, you're going to double that. If you buy 3 kilograms, you're going to double that. So not double that, times it by 3, and so on. So there's a direct proportion between the weight of apples and the cost of apples. Now let's look at these 3 examples. If you pause this video and copy out these 3 examples, and then we'll work through them together. So let's have a look at the answers. So 3 chocolate bars cost 45p. What is the cost of 6 chocolate bars? So if we write our information, 3 bars equals 45p. So how do we get from 3 bars to 6 bars? Well, we have to multiply it by 2. So whatever we do to one side, we must do to the other. So times both sides by 2. So 45p times by 2 gives us a final answer of 90p. So 6 chocolate bars will cost us 90p. Second example, £1 is worth €1.56. How many dollars should I get for £20? So that, first of all, this here is supposed to say $. So how many dollars should I get for £20? So if £1 costs $1.56, okay, to get from £1 to £20, I'm having to multiply by 20. So I do the exact same thing on the other side. I multiply 1.256 by 20, and I should get an answer of $31.20. Question, example 3. 2 litres of apple drink contain 800 millilitres of apple juice. How much apple juice is there in 3 litres of apple drink? So if 2 litres of drink contain 800 millilitres of juice, I need to get from 2 to 3, so I have to multiply by 1.5. So I have to do it to the other side as well. So do 800 multiplied by 1.5, and I get an answer of 1,200 millilitres of apple juice in the drink. So what I'd like you to do now is pause this video and have a go at these 8 questions. Remember to copy them out as you go along, and remember to use to write out your method so that you know if you went wrong, where you went wrong. Okay, so hopefully you've had a go at those questions. Let's go through these answers. So if 2 pence costs 50 pence, how much will 4 pence cost? So 2 pence is 50 pence. To get to 4, you have to multiply by 2. So 50 times 2 gives you an answer of £1. Question 2, if 3 slices of pizza cost £1.30, how much will 9 slices of pizza cost? So to get from 3 slices to 9 slices, you times it by 3. So you have to times £1.30 by 3, giving you an answer of £3.90. Question 3, James knows that 5 miles is 8 kilometers. One day he decides to drive 25 miles. What is James' journey in kilometers? So 5 miles to 25 miles as you multiply it by 5. So you do 8 times 5, give you an answer of 40 kilometers. Question 4, £1 is €1.26. How many euros in £10? So to get from 1 to 10, you multiply by 10. So do the same thing to the euros, and you get €12.60. Question 5, 1 litre is 1.76 pints. So how many pints in 3 litres? So you have to multiply 1 by 3 to get to 3. So you do 1.75 times by 3, giving you 5.28 pints. Question 6, 10 apples cost £1.80. How much does 1 apple cost? So 10 to 1, you have to divide this time, you're getting smaller. So 10 divided by 10 gives you 1. So £1.80 divided by 10 gives you 18p. Question 7, if 8 calculators cost £16, how much does 1 calculator cost? So to get from 8 to 1, you have to divide by 8. So then you have to do 16 divided by 8, which gives you an answer of £2 per calculator. Now the table at the bottom, so using direct proportion to fill in the missing information for the 500-gram cereal box. So we've got the typical values for energy, protein, carbohydrates, fat, and fiber. So 100 grams has 400 kilowatts of kilocalories, so of energy, 16 grams of protein, 80 grams of carbohydrates, 2 grams of fat, and 12 grams of fiber. So to get from 100 to 500, we have to multiply it by 5. So we're multiplying 400 by 5, giving us 2,000. For 16 grams, we get 80 grams. For carbohydrates, we get 400 grams. For fats, we get 10 grams. And for fiber, we get 60 grams. Now, if we were to get to 25, we have to go from 100 to 25. So we have to divide it by 4. So we get 100 kcals of energy, 4 grams of protein, 20 grams of carbohydrates, 0.5 grams of fat, and 3 grams of fiber. Now, let's go for another example. So 6 litres of fuel costs £9. How much does 4 litres of fuel cost? So we're going to break this down. So if you copy this example as we're going along, pause if you need to. So 6 litres equals £9. 2 litres, we're going to divide it by 3. So we're going to try and find an easy way to get to 4 litres. Now, you could have divided it by 6 if you want to get to 1. Absolutely fine. We're going to do this one and I'll do the other one with you. So 6 divided by 3 gives us 2 litres. So we have to do the same thing to the other side. So 9 divided by 3 gives us £3. So 2 litres equals £3. But we need to find out 4 litres. So what do we have to do to 2 to get to 4? We multiply it by 2. So 2 times 2 gives us 4. And then therefore we have to do the same to the other side. So £3 times by 2 gives us an answer of £6, not £3. So our answer was £6 for this one. Now, another way that you could have done it is if you have 6 litres, I abbreviate it, it's equal to £9. You could have gone down to 1 litre. So you're going to divide both sides by 6. So once you divide both sides by 6, you get an answer of 1.5. So 1 litre is £1.50. And then you multiply it by 4 to get to 4 litres. So multiplying both sides by 4. So £1.50 times by 4, you get an answer of £6, which is the same as what we got if we do it this way. Another example, 8 oranges cost £2.40. How much does 5 oranges cost? So we've got 8 oranges cost £2.40. 1 orange, we divide it by 8. So we're dividing both sides by 8, we get 30p. And from 1 orange to 5 oranges, we're timesing by 5. So we're having to times 30p by 5, giving us a final answer of £1.50. Now, what we're going to do is to try the worksheet that you will find, and then we'll go through the answers later.